Yeah,
Aid in English.
All right.
Breaking news. Kurt Angle is here.
Imagine that.
Sandman on hold.
He is fucking... Oh, God. All right. And the dingo skit. Skid up, boat, bitty boat.
Nylon.
All right. What up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of One Pinfall Podcast. All up in your face, bitches. You know what I mean? I'm Ricky. I'm here to kind of be a kind of host guy. And there's Dan. Dan's going to also be your host guy.
For the first part.
Oh, we're going to get all up in it. John, what up?
What's going on, guys?
John's here to help us with a lot of tech things, to give his 2 cents, because the more the merrier in this bitch.
And we need him with my tech skills.
If it wasn't for John, you wouldn't hear any of this shit. We would record it, and it would...
We'd still be doing the blog.
Yeah, we'd be typing all this shit out.
Yeah, right.
Which, with the amount of complaining we do, that's a lot of typing. My hands hurt after a while, you know what I mean?
I might just resort to like talking about the Hardys.
God damn. So the last time we were here was just a mere days before TLC.
Right before our very own got infected by the WWE bug.
Yeah, I almost died, but I'm cool.
He's back.
I'm back now.
He came back for you.
For everybody.
Not for me, not for John, for you.
For wrestling as a
And
whole.
wrestling, yeah.
As a whole.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, the millions we get paid to do this, you know, kind of have to show up.
We live in lavish. We live in lavish.
Millions of dollars.
My life's like a Biggie song.
It was all a dream.
Mine is like all the money and like the cool shit.
Yeah, just don't go back to Cali.
It's actually nothing like Biggie's life. Nothing.
All right. But, yes, right. We met right before TLC, before even the news of Kurt Angle being put into the pay-per-view.
Into the Shield.
Yeah, right.
The best thing in the world, Teddy came over to watch TLC.
Yeah.
When Kurt Angle comes out with the Shield, it looks like when you let your dad hang out with you and your buddies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, that was good.
And one of the best parts about it, and this is like one of the things I love about Kurt Angle, is he loves wrestling so much. He is so jazzed to wrestle that even though he's supposed to be this like tough guy Shield member, he's cheesing like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
he
right?
could not stop smiling. And
better than Roman Reigns.
One of the, I was thinking to myself, Dan must love this because now there's no Roman Reigns in this picture.
You know, I actually watched the pay-per-view. It wasn't just Finn Balor versus AJ Styles.
That was the best, you motherfucker. He was like, I'm not even gonna watch it. Thank God you did predictions because I'm not even watching this pay-per-view. The whole time you texted me while we were
watching. I can't now. I have an obligation to let the people know my opinion and argue any of your opinions on this paper. But I know it's a Raw pay-per-view, so we won't argue much.
That's what I was going to say. I'm like, what am I going to talk about it by myself?
Cheers.
But yeah, I mean, so a question I wanted to ask you, do you think that this is a foray for Kurt, like, to start wrestling more? You know what? We'll get back to that when we start talking about this week's Raw. Because, I
was just about to say, it's like,
we hint in.
We're late.
We hint in. So, I don't know.
Give me your grade of the pay-per-view first right away.
Yeah.
Or like a D?
I wouldn't go D. I would go C minus.
Wow, see, I went D. And it would have been an F if it wasn't for Finn and AJ.
Yeah, I guess I'm giving it the C minus.
Well, I just wanted a quick thing because now we can run through. I mean, we can start with the first match. I wasn't.
Can I say that I wasn't that blown away by the Finn and AJ match? I feel like there's a lot of chanting.
I think they wanted to hold off like how great that match could be. Let's jump right into that match first because that's the one we both wanted.
This was this a pay-per-view from the other?
From October 22nd.
I think I missed that match. I showed up later. I think.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And that was the best match.
I missed it.
Yeah.
That was the best.
We didn't get the pumpkin demon though. I thought we were gonna get the orange pumpkin demon.
Thank you, God.
I did see that one
with Finn.
He was dressed as his regular demon.
Yeah, he was a demon.
Yeah. So you saw that one.
Yeah, and AJ with the blue gloves and long soccer mom hair.
The phenomenal one.
Yeah.
He looks like fucking Prince Valiant.
Yeah, from behind, it's kind of like, ooh, and then it's like, oh.
I think that was my first time seeing both of them wrestle.
Oh, really?
They're one of the best in the WWE nowadays.
And
like,
if
up
you're gonna,
there.
Yeah, if you're going to watch wrestling lately,
Especially technical wrestling and everything.
It's a damn good match.
The match, though, it still was good. I mean, it had some, high moments with AJ doing the 450 splash miss there. And usually, I mean, I liked it how it's like he actually smashed his... He usually, when he knows he's going to miss it, he usually can know and, like, roll out of it.
Yeah.
But instead, he smashed down. But the finish of that match, I don't think I enjoyed it. I think, is that when he did the double stuff? Oh, no. That's right. I actually liked it because he took it better than anyone has ever taken it. The coup de grace.
Yeah,
because it looked like he landed on AJ's stomach and landed on AJ, not like roll off.
I was saying that to Ted, yeah.
Bam! And he like stood on there for a second and then just like sat on him for the pin. I was like, oh, God, I'd be so pissed. But he's like, we're brothers.
Ribs.
We're brothers.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone goes with their wrist. My wrist and my forearm are going to be like,
Well, that's it. Yeah, I think that's the other thing is they were like, fuck it, we're blowing the house down.
Yeah, we know each other, even though we only had maybe 12 hours to prepare for this match. Yeah. We know each other good enough where it's like, yeah, we can do this smoothly. And there was no bad spots either.
Japanese dojo dudes, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
No fucking about. So.
I like the match. I know they can do better, but I mean, give them time if they ever did match up. I thought maybe they'd have a rematch.
Yeah, we got Nick in the chat who also agrees.
What up, Nick?
Match.
What up, Nick?
Hi, Nick. Thank you for watching.
A little bit of bros.
Love ya.
Bros.
Me and Nick used to be a tag team, the Bash Brothers, back in the day.
Snap.
Yeah. Beat the shit out of our pillows.
Yeah. Did you guys have the Hulk Hogan?
He had the Hulk
pillow?
Hogan little like that.
Yes.
Yep, exactly. I had a Hulk Hogan, or he had the Hulk Hogan bandana too, and everything. I was always Undertaker.
Okay.
But we used to do great promos on our Talk Boy and everything. It was great.
Oh, that's hilarious. Imagine if you go back and find those promos now.
Oh, man, I'd be so happy. There's so many things I wish I could go back and find and be like, I'm going to put this on YouTube and I'm going to be a hit. A hit. But now I got one pinfall, so I'm already a hit.
Fred that comments on our page sometimes, he had a sick backyard wrestling, like, fucking federation.
Oh, I think you told me about that.
Yeah, he did have a crazy wrestling ring.
And
they would
what happened to it?
They
married.
just got older and shit.
Okay. I was gonna say, let's go.
You know what I mean?
One pinfall proudly brings to you.
I don't even think he moved out of that house before we were even like
20,
even that old. So, but yeah, they would do like Holbrook cable access.
Oh, that's sick! Hell yeah! I used to do shit in high school, but nothing that hardcore. It would just be like 20 mattresses.
Who got them that ring? Do you know, John? I don't even know how they got that ring.
I actually don't know the story behind it. One of those things I never got around to asking them about.
Like, you had all your friends that would like listen to too much ICP and try to do backyard wrestling at their house, but these kids had like a
ICP with
ring.
Mick Foley.
These kids
jumping.
were trying to do like legit wrestling.
Yeah. I remember he was one of the first people I ever heard talk about CM Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way back in the day.
Back in the Dizzy.
When he had blonde hair.
He was they were drug free back then too. They were all straight edge kids.
Yeah.
Straight edge society.
Pay-per-view.
Yeah, I know.
I started it with the Bash Brothers.
Tangent and a half.
All right, so that was a good match. There was plenty of great spots and everything, but let's press on. Now, let's start with the I'm not trying to be mean or sexist here, but the 3 women matches for a pay-per-view, I can't do, especially when all 3 of them weren't that good.
I didn't think they were that great either.
No, even Asuka, I'm just like, you know what? I think maybe Emma was in a bad mood.
Asuka and Emma. Do you think that they meant to not give them that much time?
I don't know. See,
actually, that one was pretty decent.
That was the best one out of the 3, but that's because of Asuka.
I thought that they should have just given them more time, though. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
Even if she was just going to brutalize the fuck out.
Oh, especially
Emma
after what they did to her this past Monday.
Yeah, dude. R.I.P. to Emma. You guys probably already know she's been released from the WWE.
Oh.
Poor girl.
Rough.
Dude, shots fired by the brass, you know what I mean? They're trying to lay down the law. I figured they had to do that after Nia left.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that tonight because she's cousins with The Rock, so it's like, shit. We don't want the soon-to-be president in 2020 to be upset at us.
The president. Dude, all you assholes who fucking complained about Trump being a fucking reality TV star, if you vote for The Rock after that, I fucking hate you.
Right?
And I didn't vote for Trump.
The Rock says I'm the damn president.
He's just cutting promos on North Korea.
That'd be fucking great. Okay.
Finally, the president has come back to Chicago. And he's just like giving State of the Union addresses and shit.
Right? He's going to have some paid actor like doing Sung Young Kim or whatever.
The Rock will come over there. He'll kick fucking Kim Jong-il's Rudy Boo Candy ass.
I like Kim. Where you from? North Korea. You like pancakes? I do. Then pancake your ass back to North Korea.
What do you think about communism?
It
doesn't matter what you think.
We are being his campaign managers right now, so we're screwed. We're helping him.
I'm gonna be writing the front yard signs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But so sorry to Emma, but let's go where Asuka and Emma. I mean, that was the best match of the 3 women's matches, but it still wasn't solid.
And Emma had one of her best showings in months. Fucking months.
I think she knew. No,
she knew something was up because wasn't she was pretty much asking for release prior to that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because what they hated is her. Like, she actually went on Twitter without WWE knowing, doing all that shit, like give Emma a chance and all that stuff. It's just like, and the writers and I guess the higher ups were just like, we don't want you doing that kind of attention.
Well, everybody always says
to be like
complaining about your booking is like the worst way to get your booking improved.
WWE already has terrible booking anyway, so it's just like, what do you expect? It's like, yes, we want to see Bayley and Sasha break up and get in a heated battle. Nope, we're not going to get that. We wanted Charlotte and Nia. Nope, we're not going to get that. We can't get competition for Nia. I would have fucking walked out, too, if I'm getting treated like that.
It's like you said, Nia's biggest competition is the ring post.
That ring post, man, I'm telling you. And just wait till Survivor Series when Braun Strowman gets taken out by the same one.
Ring. Someone put a fucking APB out on that ring post.
That's how I start my stable, with the ring post. Take down the 2 biggest powers, then they become my partner.
Captain for fucking Team SmackDown.
Don't make me get the ring post on you. Yes, Mr. Danny Sá.
All right, so we're kind of plowing through TLC here.
Which I don't mind.
I mean, we've all seen. You all saw TLC.
We both thought it sucked. It was a Raw pay-per-view. I knew it was gonna suck.
Pissed me off.
And then I still watched it. But
fucking Kane and all that shit.
See, that was a bright spot for me just because I love Kane.
Well, it's like a
20-year anniversary.
It was like I was saying to John and shit. Is like I know what's coming in the future, or what I think is coming in the future.
What, Governor Glenn Jacobs?
Which is Roman Reigns. Which is Roman Reigns retiring fucking Kane.
Ooh,
and getting Undertaker and Kane under his belt, which is gonna make me melt fucking down.
See, I don't know. I think after Strowman and Kane have their monster fight, done. Kane's gone.
Yeah?
That's it.
Go back to Glenn Jacobs.
Yeah. I think WWE, I mean, granted, whatever I think, it's usually the opposite, so it's probably what you think, because Vince wants another notch in his belt before he goes solo. But it's like, I think the notch that he will get before Lesnar at WrestleMania is like, finally, like not single-handedly, but like, overwhelmingly beating Braun Strowman.
Ugh.
Not like destroying him, but it's just like the whole match.
Yeah,
it's like
a definitive.
He looks very
no
strong against the beast
thing.
or the monster among men going into versing the beast. But I mean, then again, they might have him win the Royal Rumble again too. I don't know. Which would be terrible. Let's not get too far ahead.
But the other thing I hate is it's like I said last time. I feel like Raw is surviving off of like niche comebacks and like nostalgia reunions.
So you must have liked the 25th
Jesus.
anniversary announcement this past Raw, where it's like Shawn Michaels, Kevin
that's
Nash,
what I'm saying.
maybe The Undertaker.
Please watch, please.
Right? There won't be Monday Night Football. We promise.
Like, fuck. Just can you write something? Like there is a stable of people in that fucking
And
roster.
what sucks the most is they still get better ratings than SmackDown, even though SmackDown is leagues above them. But we don't.
That is going to start changing.
It's fucking.
And we'll talk about that when SmackDown comes up, because I read something that was a very good point about SmackDown. So. What are the other women's matches? See, this is how
Sasha
bad
versus
TLC
Alicia.
was. And that was for a spot on...
Nothing.
No?
No, that was the Raw you're thinking of.
Okay.
No, this was just like
just
a
throw it in
revenge
there.
match. Yeah, exactly. And it was a pre-show match. They had nothing else to do. But I don't even want to waste time talking about that match because it was terrible.
Jesus Christ.
I hate Sasha's wrestling.
Holy shit. And talk about like a decline in quality matches in the last like 6 fucking months.
If it's not Charlotte, Bayley, or Becky. she can't wrestle, it seems.
Yeah.
And even still, when she's versing Charlotte, Charlotte's carrying her.
Yeah.
When she's versing Becky, Becky's carrying her.
Yeah.
And when she's Bailey, it's even. So, but it's still, they can work good together because they have so much.
Together, they are like one good wrestler.
Yeah, exactly. And it sucks because, I liked both of them in NXT too and everything. But
It's the NXT
they're always
syndrome.
versing
NXT
each other.
syndrome.
Exactly.
There's only fucking 7 of them. You know what I mean?
Not to mean anything, but sometimes when they don't get their way, it seems they get pissed off and they'll have attitudes while they're wrestling and be like, if I'm not on the top, fuck this, I'm gonna just relax.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I know, but I think some people are upset that Alexa is champion. I think Sasha is upset because she wants someone better. Like Alexa's not a good wrestler.
You
but
make a good point with the heels, though. Is a heel? It's better to have a good heel than like a floppy fucking face on top. You know what I mean? Because who else are you gonna put on top?
Yeah.
You're gonna do? What are you gonna put Bailey in there or something?
Mickey James.
Yeah, exactly.
Cougar of the year. No.
And Alexa's just the best on the mic.
She's
I guess.
good on the mic. Her promotional sales are good too.
And she's good at that. Like,
and she's decent in the ring. I'm not giving her bad shit or anything.
Yeah.
She's not Charlotte. She's not even
because she uses that heel style wrestling where she's gonna like pull tricks and all that shit. So
exactly.
It works to her smaller size. You know what I mean?
Oh, don't bring that up.
Her and Mickey James.
That was a terrible match too.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I mean,
what's funny though?
It wasn't as bad as Sasha and Fox.
Yeah.
It was a middle between the two, three.
Because this match really shows me again that Mickey's a good fucking wrestler.
She is,
despite being
when she's
a throwback
working with good people.
Despite being a throwback from an era where they didn't have to be.
See, this is where we've talked before that they should not show certain replays because it seems like every kick they show of Mickey James, you can see that the boot is like this far away from her head before it's already reacting. Yeah. It's like even her pant leg didn't even touch it.
Listen, if they're not going to stop doing the slow-mos and turn the camera when Miz does the kicks, they're not going to do it for Mickey James.
It's terrible all around on Raw. Even the camera guys. But, they're just doing whatever Vince says.
Even the camera guys.
They're doing whatever Vince says, but it's just like, don't do this shit. This looks terrible.
Dan is mad all the way down to the fucking camera.
Raw, I am disappointed.
Dan's like the guy who was selling fucking popcorn in the back, the guy at the fucking PBR stand, they're all fucking up and they're slacking.
Oh, they're the best people of the show, probably. And they don't even work for WWE, that's why.
Oh, man. So that's 3 horrible women's matches.
Yeah, and so now let's talk about Elias and Jason for the whole night. The first part I didn't mind when, he first came out. This was
weird, yeah.
But after that, 3 times?
3 times they have come out to get shit
do it once, have a
them.
Match.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we both knew because of the card changing and all their last minute plans changing. They had to fix times of matches. They were just like,
it's going to be worse than normal.
Filler. Okay, now you guys can fight. And they didn't even give him. I'd rather them fight and give him that additional 5 minutes than see him come out 2 more times trying to sing.
For
and
real.
2 times you can't even hear the fucking guy singing because it's like the mic is way up here and he's like, hello,
yeah, and people are chanting.
And then again, the people, he's getting so much heat, which he's doing his job, but it's like, okay, either turn up his mic or get him a mic and have it someone
I feel
hold
like
it.
He's over. He's over
huge.
Pretty good.
I can't wait till the turn. Like when Braun Strowman, when everyone booed him, and then all of a sudden they're cheering the hell out of it. I'm waiting for Elias to do something where people are just like, yeah, when he versus Roman Reigns, and he's like, boom!
I was going to say he's going to beat up someone everyone hates.
Exactly, yep.
Oh, man. But yeah, I agree. That was corny to do it 3 times.
Especially the match, too. It's just like, I'm upset that this one nailed the guitar. That was the guitar, wasn't it?
Yeah. Like 2 athletic guys, and they really don't give them a lot of time to do their thing. I don't know.
But, again, they got to stop making the props so breakable.
Flimsy.
Yeah. Again, they slow it down, and the guitar broke before he even, brought it around here. It's already,
the neck just bends.
So it just kind of the strings are swinging it to hit him, and it's like, yeah, that really gave him a big bruise on his shoulder. Yeah, get more makeup on it, huh? So and again, Raw's makeup people suck. Did terrible. Thanks a lot. But no, I'm kidding. They made the bruise look
Did like the intern who's getting copies? Fucking sucks.
Terrible.
Fucking sucks.
2 sugars, not 3.
Hey,
I got a match coming up, asshole.
hey, janitor, fucking cleaning bathrooms for the Raw.
See, he works for the wherever the venue is, so that's fine.
Right,
if he works for WWE, that's where it's like WWE Raw specifically and everything.
Hey, guy, sewing the costumes.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself.
Right?
Fuck yourself. Is that Bailey's husband? Or does he?
Oh, is it?
Someone's.
I know there's a couple people.
I think it's Sasha Banks's.
I think okay, that sounds familiar.
Yeah,
now.
it does costume shit.
Yeah.
But anyways, not to get off on a complete fucking tangent. Like we always do.
So I mean, even Elias, I love him. It wasn't a match I enjoyed.
It was doo-doo, baby.
And the one segment would have been just fine. So now we can press on to the main event. Yeah. We had the 3 women's. There was no tag team. There was no IC title. There was no WWE title. No titles to defend. Oh, Enzo and Kalisto.
So, yeah,
which we don't have to spend much time on. Enzo won. Better off having him with the title than Kalisto.
Kalisto, yeah. The fucking promos
especially the way Vince
Kalisto was
feels
trying to cut.
people.
Holy fucking shit.
Oh, God.
It was like, you're not Rey Mysterio Jr., you know what I mean?
Yeah, we could talk more about that when we get to SmackDown. The one bad thing happened on SmackDown.
Like, how many fucking weird Chicano references can you, like, insert into a sentence?
Right.
He's like, we are carnales, man. We are fucking carnales.
The match, I mean, Enzo
Latino
still needs to get better.
Cringing. I was like, did you just watch Blood In, Blood Out before you fucking got on? The fucking, where I live, man.
Who you, Holmes?
I want some chong chong. Give me some chong chong.
Did you have chimichanga for this breakfast this morning?
But anyways.
But yeah, we don't have to talk about that match because it sucked, and it's 205, so it's even worse than Raw. It's Raw and 205. Blech. No. But, so let's get to the main event. Kurt Angle and, or we should just say the Shield somehow still, with just Kurt Angle.
To have the Shield pull this out, it's just fucking...
This match was terrible.
You know what's the best, though, is the Shield can simultaneously take out 5 people, but the Shield cannot stop an attack wave of like 7 or 8 people. They couldn't even put up like a good fight.
Yeah, right. And this is
I guess we'll talk about that. We'll talk about some undeceived shit in a minute. But yeah,
the match, I mean, it was drawn out way too long. Dean Ambrose doesn't know how to break a table, clearly. 2 tables he tried to break, and neither one of them did. It's like...
Dean looks real confused all the time.
He does.
Now.
And you know, it's a lot with Kane, too, because you can see, like, Kane did the chokeslam to him on top of the entrance and everything, and the table just went, like, a little bit. And Dean is trying to, like, hang on the table, like, oh, fuck, I'm using my arms. Nope. But, I mean, that was ridiculous. I mean, we both agree with that stupid garbage truck. What the hell? That was ridiculous. What the hell is that even doing there in the first place? Is this a garbage truck match all of a sudden?
I like that Braun Strowman is always surrounded by a weird niche vehicle.
Yeah, right.
Like everything he does is like,
when's the ambulance. When's the tractor coming? All right. I want him to get his own like monster truck, like Austin used to have back in the day, or the big pickup truck that he had.
It's a wheat harvester match.
He's a country boy, so of course, you know, he's got Tennessee Strong or whatever on his arm there.
Oh fuck, man!
I love Strowman, but that was this was the. I mean, I understand the circumstances, but this is the best you came up with.
Yeah. No,
honestly, what?
Yeah.
And was there any ladders? I don't remember many ladders.
No, there was no real ladder action. Though I will say, with the Dan brought up the chairs on the string.
I was just about to say that.
And the chair on the string became an integral part where Kane just ripped chairs.
That was insanely ridiculous. Yeah. Like, over the top ridiculous.
Sometimes you gotta drop 8 chairs on somebody.
Right? Whenever they fall, it's hilarious.
Is Strowman confirmed dead?
Well, we'll get to that.
Get to that.
Because I got a fucking question. About some shit. So, all right, fucking TLC, it was shitty. You think it was shitty? Let us know. Comment on this shit. I thought it was fucking shitty. Fucking boo.
But I wasn't disappointed because I expected it to be shitty.
Well, I thought we were gonna get some fucking crazy shit out of Kurt Angle, but I guess I don't know what I really fucking expected.
I'd rather the angle that people were talking about, Jason Jordan kicking his ass backstage behind his back or something.
Dude, the more I see Chad Gable and him interacting and shit and his new shtick with fucking Shelton Benjamin, dude, he should have been the one to be Kurt Angle's son.
Yeah, and if I was him, I'd be asking for my release shortly too.
But anyways, So then we have what? Raw.
Raw the following night after the pay-per-view.
Okay.
And that so no Braun that week because they were playing up at the trash truck.
Dude,
he was still stuck in the trash truck.
Trash truck Braun.
For over a week, he was in a trash truck being
Braun lived in a trash truck.
I mean, there's probably food in there, so he can survive. there's probably toilet paper in there, so you know.
The monster among men has a strong stomach.
Why would you have to wipe your ass?
I guess you could just wallow in the trash.
It'd probably be a better smell than what's going on in there, anyways.
Fuck.
Yeah. But so
that is
you know we
conversation we're having.
But this is
Ew.
Wallowing in poop trash.
This is why I need to know what happened to
real journalism.
That is on the following Raw because this week he was still MIA.
Yeah, and then
SMEL.
And then that is Under Siege week, right?
That is Under Siege week.
So
that's the biggest thing that happened that Raw, but still.
Yeah, that's all I can really remember from that fucking Raw.
Besides that, I mean, Emma and Asuka had a rematch, I believe. They had a rematch this.
Okay, yeah, and she lost again.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
same kind of match.
Submission, right?
Yeah, whatever they call it, the Asuka lock, which is really the crossface chicken wing.
Yeah, Bob Backlund. Shouts out to Bob Backlund.
Exactly. Don't change a good name when someone makes it. All right, you don't go the rock bottom to Uranagi.
Yeah. But can we talk? Well, let's talk about the invasion. Under Siege.
Oh yeah, Under Siege. There's
so
only one
we get Shane. Shane comes out.
Yep.
And they're talking.
Well, I mean, first he's in backstage with Kurt and everything, but that wasn't anything big.
Yeah.
That's when he first mentioned the Under Siege.
Hashtag.
And then later in the night is when he interrupted him during when Angle was going to announce his team.
Yeah.
And that's when he came out and, just looked at him. Under Siege.
And then all of the SmackDown roster came out.
Yeah.
Lumberjack style surrounded the stage.
Kurt
Angle broke out. That motherfucker broke out. He was like, fuck this. I'm out of here.
He was going to get his guys. That's why he stood at
the top of the stage.
That's why the
Shane
people that
get him. He said, get him.
The people that got attacked. Look who got attacked. It was a joke.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, besides the Shield, but they attacked them. Oh, the Shield, Rollins and Ambrose.
Yeah,
they
jumped out like fucking Batman and Robin.
I love the video you shared on our page of Natalia grabbing Zack Ryder's
dick.
What was going on there?
She was walking around him. I know, but I think she actually, just put her hand out and bam,
like she full and grabbed that shit.
Oh yeah,
like
TJ
and the
Tyson Kidd is definitely doing like something. He's like, what the fuck? Zack Ryder was not upset with what she grabbed.
Yeah, definitely not. He definitely looked up.
But I hated the Under Siege thing, to be honest with you, because while there was big names there in Nakamura, The New Day, and AJ Styles,
Rusev,
that was stupid. I want no one that's going to be in the match really, except Nakamura is going to be in the traditional tag match. AJ Styles more than likely will be after this week.
Dude, what the fuck, Shane McMahon?
We will talk about that.
Dude, I'm sorry.
But we're whipping through Raw pretty easily because I'm just covering Under Siege basically because that's the only part that I was like interested in. Raw again sucked.
The women put up more of a fight in the Under Siege thing than any of the male roster.
Yeah, I didn't even realize they beat up Elias until he was on the ground. I was just like, oh, so people were randomly. And you know what? When you attack someone, you gotta do some crazy shit. Put someone through a table, something. There's plenty backstage.
Let Rusev kick him in the face.
Well, he did. He kicked what's his name in the face, Apollo Crews. But that was still. It's like that's nothing. All right, he's gonna get up from that. He gets up from that in the ring. He can get up from it back here. But I guess it was an all right angle. But it's like, are they gonna do something back now?
I like when they dragged him back to the ring.
Yeah, right. They made him feel like a grandfather. Like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
All I think of is old school when they get blue and they're just like, all right, come on, get into the van, nice and slow.
We'll bring him back. Oh,
I love it. You say anything, we'll fucking kill him. I'm just kidding. We'll bring him back.
He'll be back.
Grab some groceries. But I mean, I thought it was.
Can you remember a match from that night though?
Well, I already brought up one match with the rematch of Asuka and that. Gallows and Anderson did something. Were they with Elias? Did they do was that the night they were like, no?
They were singing. I think that might have been Two Good Brothers. Those fucking poor dudes.
It's
another fucking tag team where
we can talk about this past Raw when they did all that stupid shit with Slater and Rhino. I'd be so embarrassed if I was one of those four guys. I like their gimmicks though from Southpaw, but what the hell? Don't bring that on Raw. But that Raw, I really phase out Raw a lot when I have it on. But I'm
that's what I'm saying.
Paying attention.
It's starting to get to the point where I have it on, but I'm talking to my wife, I'm looking at my phone, it's background noise now, and nothing makes me look.
You know what?
it.
I do remember another match that happened on that Raw that I was bullshit about. Why is Kane beating Finn Balor? Really?
He's
getting a push over Finn Balor.
Yeah.
He beat someone else this week too. But I get it. You're trying to build up Kane to look like a monster so he can fight the other monster.
He's clearing out everybody.
Exactly. And it's like, okay, so the December
fight.
pay-per-view, I figure they'll fight each other, and then that's when Kane is off into the fire.
They're gonna do an Oscar the Grouch match.
Ooh.
Where the loser goes back into the trash truck.
Yeah, right?
It's gonna be sick.
No, they'll have a Ring of Fire match.
Oh God, dude, I love that. I spend a lot of my free time when my son isn't like when he's napping and shit, just watching the network. All those old weird matches and that Ring of Fire match.
Watch the first one, and that one is at least decent.
Yeah.
Undertaker versus Kane. There's a story to it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, yeah.
But like I said to you, I was just like, I didn't even think they had any more after like 2000.
Yeah, it was 2014.
Right?
Because I'm trying to go back.
And I'm guessing Kane was the one that caught on fire, either his boot or his arm or something.
No.
He always wore something funny the night of an Inferno match, and it's just like, okay, clearly you're getting lit on fire, you dumb shit.
But
yeah, let's not jump back to that.
I'm trying to go back and watch shit that happened when I wasn't watching wrestling. You know what I mean?
You weren't watching in 2000, right? 2001? When the invasion?
No, I stopped watching like 2002-ish.
Oh, when it got good. No, I'm kidding. That's when that's the aggression era or whatever they want to call not the attitude era, but that's when like WCW was firm. All the people from WCW were like firm in their place now.
Yeah.
The people they wanted, they kept, like Booker T, Chris Benoit, and all that shit. And then the other people from ECW and WCW, that slowly they'd be like, yeah, you're finishing your contract and we're not renewing. And that's it. But that's when Shawn Michaels came back. Him and Triple H had a great scene. But I can't get into it because I try to talk Andy into it all the time because that's when he stopped watching too. Like, even before the invasion, he stopped watching. I'm just like, man, if you're watching now, you might as well watch that too because that was better than now. So, anyways, let's get back to the Finn Balor Kane. I don't get that. It's like, is Finn now getting pushed down? He just beat AJ Styles. He was going to beat Bray Wyatt or Sister Abigail. Thank God we didn't have that match.
The only reason they had him beat AJ was... The only reason they had him beat AJ was because it was a Raw brand fucking pay-per-view. It's a soothing sound.
More than two shakes.
Oh, shit.
I believe you told a nice
Hopefully
gentleman.
the planes don't start taking off soon.
Did you? Oh, I want the plane. Come on. That was awesome.
Dan loves the planes.
Spooky candle. Okay, so
Oh, man.
you know what? Fuck Raw. Let's get to SmackDown 2 SmackDowns ago.
Do you think?
We both like SmackDown. Okay, well, I'll start.
I'm letting you.
All right, fine.
I'm trying to let
I'll
Dan,
start off with the best thing.
I'm giving Dan the captain's wheel. You know what I mean? Trying to get.
We haven't even taken off yet, but fasten your seatbelts because
you even bought a special hat.
Fashion dogs.
Dude, that one was fucking awesome. The
Hell
the last two have been fucking awesome, but give us some fashion dogs here.
That was I just like the whole thing with like the ear and who'd they have? They had was it Ellsworth that they had captured, and they were gonna cut the ear off.
What was he dressed as?
No, that was this past week when he was a Stranger Things.
Okay.
But I forget they had someone because they were going to do the ear.
Yeah.
And one of them came in. I mean, I love the suits. They're both arguing, I'm Mr. Pink. When, like, before it's always like, why do I have to be Mr. Pink?
Who it was?
Didn't they have someone captured? And, I always try to remember to, like, take a picture of the cork board.
Yeah,
because of all the funny shit they ever had. Like, this past week, it wasn't any good. It had all the tag teams. But that week, I feel like I always love when it's just like, they have like a picture of John Cena and it, jobber? ? And all this weird shit.
It was a great sense of style. It's fucking
exactly.
dusty.
But that's when they had the briefcase and the briefcase got stolen and everything. But, I like the Ascension joining, but don't put them in too much or give them too many lines. I feel like because I want
like
to see
the weird continuing gluten-free references. Everything is gluten.
The Eggo and everything. Those aren't gluten-free. We would never eat those. That was great. But I mean, Fashion Dogs was good. I thought it was, again, it's amazing to me. I wish they would give them more time. I wish it was a half hour,
and I wish they would let them wrestle.
Yeah, exactly. My friend Crystal, who watches, she says the same thing. It's like, why can't they fucking wrestle?
Yeah,
it's like, I know.
One of the things that made me laugh so fucking hard when the New Day and the Usos were doing
when all the tag teams are out,
all the tag teams.
You guys are cool.
Yeah, but fucking when the Ascension,
we watch Fashion Files too.
When the Ascension came out after,
stop following us. I love that. I love it. And then now they're part of it and everything. But okay, so besides the Fashion Police Files, whatever you want to call it, everything that changes every week, that's SmackDown. We also had Sami Zayn versus Randy Orton for one of the spots in the Survivor Series. And that was also the first night Shane was back to SmackDown, but he didn't really do much because he came back the Raw night before and everything and made his impact.
Right.
And everything. Then the only thing that happened was, him and Daniel Bryan had not a confrontation, but Daniel was like, I just wish I knew. Yeah, exactly. He's just, I wish I knew what your plan was.
Bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me know.
I feel like that. Are they trying to
seeds? Put me in on
Are they trying to put in some separation between them two?
Well, I think that's what they're.
I mean, Daniel Bryan is up in like 10 months, his contract, and he wants to wrestle, we all know.
Yeah.
And WWE won't let him wrestle, which is stupid. But
where do you think he's going? I don't think he's going to Japan.
ROH, but it will be someone huge from New Japan that he wrestles.
Yeah.
Like Kenny, like Cody, like Kenta, Okada and everything. But, I mean, maybe he'll go to Japan, but that'll be depending on how his kid is and everything, too. And, yeah, the young fucks. They are now on the Jericho cruise. Did you see that? They're booked on the Jericho cruise.
Yeah, I wish I could go on that Jericho cruise.
To watch you rub your chest and everything.
Everybody wants to watch me rub my chest.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch you rub your chest.
See?
What's in there?
See?
You got one viewer.
Dictate what
you got one viewer.
Don't dictate what the people want. Hey, we got that one gay wrestling league dude who liked us on Instagram one time. No, it was Periscope or YouTube.
Yeah,
maybe?
No, I thought it was Twitter. We did a Periscope on Twitter,
that's
right?
What it was. Yeah. Yeah, we did a Periscope.
That's when we did the illegal thing on Facebook. Yeah.
The illegal
thing. We were WWE Payback, and it's like people were probably tuning in like, oh, here it is. No, it's just these three weird dudes on a couch.
Just talking about
just
it.
looking at like something. I think it's the pay-per-view, but this is not what I wanted. No, anyways.
Yeah, someone watched it and liked it. It was like, oh, that was awesome, guys. And I look at it, it's like, it was a gay wrestling league. Which is cool. If dudes want to gay wrestle, man, that's cool, man.
I didn't know there was a league.
If gay dudes who wrestle want to like my podcast, you're welcome, bro.
How does the gay factor into it?
I don't know.
Competition wise,
I don't. Maybe it's not competitive.
No,
I don't know.
Somebody comment.
Versatile.
If that guy is watching, let us know.
Yeah, right.
Like, what is it?
And who you like the most?
What makes it gay
Ricky.
wrestling?
I didn't know there was a problem.
Because I feel like I want to know, but I don't want to Google it.
Why?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
know. You know what I mean?
Why?
It's a little bit more down the rabbit hole.
Is it like GFL or something like that?
GFL.
You got to open up Tor browser to look at it.
Going on the deep web.
The deep. All right, let's get back to wrestling. Regular
Ass wrestling.
Yeah, right. Regular men in spandex wrestling.
It's just the wrestling with no penetration.
Oh, yeah,
Dust was
exactly.
never a thing.
One of my faves. That's SmackDown. We also fudge. Oh, is that when we had the 5-way women match?
Dude,
where they figure out the captain.
How many fucking 5-way women's matches are we gonna have? Every other week.
And why can't you just make it a 6-way with Lana? I feel so bad for Lana. She had to have done something.
6-way with Lana.
Jesus.
Throw her in there,
right?
dude.
Tamina
There's
can handle all.
5 of them.
Tamina and Charlotte can already handle the other 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah. There's already fucking 5 of them.
But it's like, why not? Make it 6 and everything. But who won that?
They don't think she can wrestle for some reason.
Oh, Becky won that because she's now team captain now. Something I'd rather have. And Alicia Fox won that triple threat match with Bailey and Sasha. And here it comes again.
Too many coffees before I get here. You know what I mean?
No, we like coffee in this house.
Beer for me.
Mix it.
No coffee.
Mix it.
But yeah, it's, the match was decent though. I liked it, and I like Becky getting it. I thought they were gonna give it to little Carmella, and it's just like, you already got the briefcase, and you already made a mistake doing that. So what the hell?
Yeah.
It's just like, and I
did Becky win that one?
Yeah, she's the captain. But I mean, everyone that was in that match is in the match, so it doesn't really matter who the captain was. It's like you're still gonna pick the 4 people you just fought.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like, because Natalia's defending it against Bliss, and the only other person is Lana. It's like, who are we gonna pick? It's like, of course she's still gonna come out and everything, but it's like, I'd be so pissed if I was her. CJ deserves more than that. Lana, whatever her real name is, CJ something.
CJ Parker. I'm just making that up.
I think it is.
No, CJ Parker is Juice Robinson. He's like the hippie guy.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
He's like the.
What about everyone getting pissed off at Leo Rush, huh? For the Emma tweet and everything.
Oh yeah.
I was like, dude, you should shut your mouth since you just got to WWE. But
I wouldn't make waves.
I'm sure he didn't mean anything really bad by it and everything. I mean,
yeah, but
the way he said it, yes, it seems like he did.
That's some slick shit to say. That's some
it's like, what kind of beef does he have with Emma?
With Emma, yeah, exactly.
Right? Did she not call him back?
You're gonna kick her while she's already down.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's like there's open hands here.
Who was it? Bray Wyatt. It was like, you ain't gonna survive among the wolves.
Yeah. Or was that Corbin? Maybe said that or something.
No, I thought it was Bray Wyatt.
Oh yeah, I thought Bray Wyatt's been like quiet since with his infection.
Bray Wyatt.
Although he just came back to the live events and everything the other night. I know. But and with SmackDown, the women's match, Nakamura didn't do anything that week. We got Jinder Mahal going back to Paul Heyman and retorting his comments and everything, calling him like everyone does, calling him the human walrus and everything.
Just make fun of the fact that he's fat.
It's like, why the hell? I mean, don't even bother Jinder. You're gonna lose if they make Brock Lesnar look weak at all against Jinder Mahal. That's pathetic.
So you think this is it for Jinder Mahal? Oh,
there's no title matches.
Yeah, all right.
All it is they're versing each other without any title match. No titles can change because you can't be a SmackDown champion on Raw.
Again, I'm new here. I'm new here. I
don't know what to do.
I've only been here for 2 weeks. I thought with Survivor Series that
there's all titles on the line.
Yeah, that they would trade and there was like a chance to like bring the Intercontinental title to the other brand.
Only by draft, I think they're gonna do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because that's what happened with the U.S. title and the IC when Miz was on SmackDown earlier this year.
Yeah,
they both switched.
Shit, that would be a cool concept though, right? If like you could bring
if all the titles go on SmackDown because Raw fucking sucks. Brock can keep the titles, okay? Because you're only showing up every like month and a half or 2.
You can't hate that bad and still watch.
I want to watch for them. They want to hear my opinion. I know you do. I have a lot of good ideas, don't I? WWE. Oh man.
Dan's gonna be on fucking production.
And then you watch those numbers go up.
Slightly.
Slightly.
Very, very
If
slightly.
Vince will be happy if it goes from a 3.1 to a 3.5.
All right, so that leads us to what? Raw
this past
on
week.
the 30th.
When
we have
let's start right away.
Stephanie McMahon comes back.
Well, I mean, I love that.
Yeah,
I wish she was in a dress, but
let's start.
She is not. She has to stop trying to be her father. And I always have hated that.
Oh my god! I was gonna say that. Even the way she does that,
Monday. I'm like, dude, if Triple H likes that in the bedroom, wow, guy. I don't know why you're with her, but
I want you to do your best, Vince.
Exactly. I mean, I could see Triple H asking that. And then of course you're fired. It's just like,
do that.
You look like the angry like 4th grade teacher I used to have.
Exactly.
And it's like, and I want to be like, I'll smack you.
But Vince is in the back and he loves it.
Yeah, right. Vince right now just like, that's my little princess.
Oh, she's yelling.
But okay, so she comes out.
Life sucks.
And then you die.
But
first you have Stephanie too. But she comes out, I
I hate that they're gonna make Kurt. Was it you said it? They're gonna make Kurt look inept and dumb and like he can't. And maybe it was Teddy who said it, but
maybe because I think Kurt is gonna look strong at the pay-per-view. Raw's winning that match already. I'm telling you now.
Yeah. Okay.
Raw is gonna win the majority of the good things. They're gonna win Brock Lesnar. They're gonna win the 5-man. SmackDown's gonna win the women. SmackDown's going to win the tag team titles, I feel like. An upset there.
Okay.
And Miz and Corbin, I'm iffy on. I don't know. That's kind of tough because they're both heels. And it's like,
we're calling early.
I am, but early. Things can change. Let's see how they go and everything. But it all depends, too. I mean, the Usos are versing Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, which we'll get to.
Oof.
But go Usos, too, actually. But
Uso Day one is H.
Stephanie... The Kurt Angle, I like it, but I don't like what's going on SmackDown. I mean, we already know the team, basically, of Raw. I know it, at least. I think you know. I mean, Strowman just got announced, but Reigns, he's going to get cleared to come back, so it'll be Reigns on that team. It'll be Samoa Joe on that team.
So let's catch John up. Apparently, Braun Strowman has been living in a fucking trash truck for like 2 weeks, a week.
So that's what's been going on.
Yeah. He was in there for 9 days.
Yeah. The Miz goes to leave for the night, and the trash truck backs up to his limo.
Beep, beep, and he has no idea why. He's just like, why is this truck here? Why is this truck here? I like how they try to make it look like they're in a limo still, but
he emerges from the back of the truck.
First a bunch of trash comically dumps out of the back first,
and then that's right.
And then he
just comes from up from the ground.
That's what I'm saying. He just like rises into camera view,
right? Like Donnie Most in the fog.
They all get out of the fucking. They all get out of the limo and run.
When this
wasn't
week
even a limo. It was just an SUV.
Show that? Was that last week or
this was this past Monday? Yeah, right before Halloween.
This Monday.
Okay.
It was the end of the show too, because the whole night Miz is trying to leave and Kurt Angle's like, "You have to stay. You have to stay." And he showed up late and everything, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. But it was just so fucking ridiculous. And Strowman, at least he appeased the fans. I don't know if they if that was the plan, but he gave how many power slams to what's his name?
Curtis Axel.
One more time.
R.I.P.
One more time.
R.I.P. Curtis Axel.
Yeah, right. I mean, granted, it's just a power slam, so it's like whatever. I mean, if it's a power bomb, I want him to change his move.
In the beginning of that segment, he like throws him through the entrance.
Yeah,
you see that part?
That's good.
That was fucking awesome.
I love that. And, Miz gets away with... Good to see Bo back. Happy to see Bo back.
Bo is not
Dan
dead.
is back.
Bo is not dead.
Yeah, right? That means Bray's on his way.
Oh, man.
But, that was just terrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
can talk about how Bailey was supposed to have a match with Alicia Fox, who is now...
Oh, yeah. I heard about that. It was going to be a change anyways.
She's the captain of...
Yep. She won the triple threat match the week before.
Yeah.
Remember when she copied Bailey with... like right behind her?
It was perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
That was perfect, yeah.
It was hilarious. But I don't understand that,
So
though.
she comes out and just says she doesn't have enough time.
Yeah, she's like, I got more important things to do.
Her weird, crazy character thing she's doing.
Oh, she looked good in the captain's outfit.
The weird pauses she does.
Yep. So, anyways... I got a replacement.
So Bailey fights Nia Jax again.
Welcome back, Nia.
Yeah.
And she dominated, which I'm proud of.
Yeah.
You could tell she didn't look herself, though.
Bailey, she looked bigger. Can I say she looks a bit out of shape?
You can,
but
I
feel like she's a bit bigger. That's
she even looked tired though. I don't know if it was like WWE's like, you know what? Don't give her makeup tonight. Let her look bad.
She just didn't look.
Let you learn. Like
let her learn.
Will let you. But it was good
Bailey's
to see her back.
getting like buried.
I'm good. Good.
You think so?
She won't. No, but she never will get buried because of how much she means to the kids.
Yeah.
Because of all the little huggies and kisses.
I'm a hugger. I'm
not a hugger. I like Bailey too. I like her, but it's just like everyone knew when she went up to the main roster, that's not going to last up there.
Yeah.
And now everyone wants the turn.
Yeah.
We don't want Sasha to be the heel. We've seen Sasha the heel, and she still sucks.
Yeah.
I want Bailey to be, not that it's Hulk Hogan turning heel, but it's like, it's
Hollywood Hogan.
No, exactly. Oh, man. I tell you, man, that was awesome. I remember that. That's one of those moments in my life I'm never going to forget. Just like being at WrestleMania 14. I will
Some
never.
people remember
Who
the
here
first
has been
time
to WrestleMania?
They got their dick sucked. Dan remembers the Hollywood Hogan turn.
Man, he wasn't even Hollywood Hogan then, all right? He's still Hulk Hogan. He came out in his yellows.
I'm sorry.
But, anyways, he didn't come out in his yellows. But Raw, I mean...
I hate the leg drop finish for Nia.
Yeah, it has to be the Samoan drop or something more powerful.
It just... I don't know.
And you know what? I do remember she did get hit by her old favorite there, and she didn't get pinned.
Yeah.
The ring post got her, but she fell out of the ring. I think she's learning. She's like, all right, I can get up after 10, but 3, no.
She knows how to dodge the ring post.
Yeah, exactly. Well, she knows how to hit it well too.
But yeah, they definitely need to just switch that fucking thing.
I like them giving Matt Hardy a little match with the Miz for the IC title. That was nice. He should be around.
You know what
I'd like to see him alone.
You know what?
But they don't give him a chance.
Well, I feel like they had individual aspirations for them from the beginning.
Easily
to push them as separate.
Yeah, and I know they've been waiting for the broken thing. That's not going to ever happen.
Definitely
Why
not.
can't they go for the awoken thing that like someone came up with? I'm sure it's because
I think that might
the
be
Hardys
a little
were
too close to copyright stuff.
Get out of here. Instead of delete, I forget what he was going to do.
Better to just do it and ask for forgiveness.
Yeah, right. I guess. At least dress like it. You can dress like it, right? You just can't say the shit.
And what the other thing I noticed is watching some of the older matches, you used to have title changes during like Monday Night Raw and like SmackDown and shit.
One of the greatest moments ever was Mankind winning it against The Rock.
Yeah, and
That'd be something we should watch, but
and you don't really see that anymore. So it's almost like when you see these matches, it's like, all right, we know who's gonna win.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There's no point.
Yeah, I know the Miz is pulling this out, like so it kind of deads these matches for me a bit.
Yeah.
I love watching Matt Hardy wrestle.
Yeah, and I'm talking about a title better than 205.
He's a bit clunky, but
wait, who?
Matt.
Oh yeah, Matt. Yeah, Matt. Matt. He said that to me. He looked like he was like Matt. Matt. Fucking Cartman from South Park. Matt.
I know you skipped on to Matt Hardy, but what happened at the end of fucking Bailey and Nia? Who came back? But don't. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Joe.
Oh, yeah. That guy.
Joe.
I could care less about Joe.
You don't like
I like Joe, but, he got so much of a push too fast.
Okay,
you know
so
how he's dominant. It's like, no, he's not on the same level as Braun Strowman. At all.
Yeah,
he shouldn't be on the same level as Lesnar. Well, Lesnar shouldn't be on the level of Joe, really.
So what about being on the level of Apollo Crews and fucking...
Oh, that was terrible, too. It's just like, what the hell? Feed him to the... Titus, I felt bad for.
Yeah.
I mean, we all knew. It's just like, Joe's going to pretend to go...
That's awesome heel work, though. That's good shit.
I also hate his finishing move. I hate it.
Rear naked
the cocaine. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you really apply that, yes. He doesn't really apply it. All he's doing is, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
He's doing like a Vogue to the guy and then wrapping his legs around him and hoping he doesn't break his Achilles.
It's what you don't know is it's the most powerful Vogue, and it fucking snaps him into the state of just strike a pose.
Right, just pass out right away. Right? It's like, fuck that. Let your body roll with the music.
Come on, vote.
So let's just get to SmackDown. Fuck the rest of it. No. Oh, well, again, we had, Kane beating Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a clean win, but he still beat him. And, I mean, every time Kane chokeslams now, I'm just like, you used to have like a real vicious chokeslam back in the day. Like we'd be like, yeah, I know, I'm throwing him down. Now it's like they barely get up to his shoulder, and it's like up, he's down. 1, 2, 3. It's like, you're kidding me? And his tombstones are terrible.
Yeah,
it's just like
it was on the ramp though.
Oh, I mean that I can understand that, but
it's on the fucking ramp.
That was the pay-per-view too.
Asuka got thrown a fucking jobber.
The jobber. That was hilarious. As soon as I saw it, I was just like,
Stacey Cullen. I wrote down that name so I could say it because no one's probably fucking heard it before.
Except she's a local indie person there around wherever they were.
James Ellsworth's her way in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Only she has
she's not going to get...
She's not going to come back.
Well, I don't know. The women's division is pretty weak. And she actually like smacked Asuka once, but I hate already what they're doing is like making her. She's like doing Alicia Fox shit too much. Not like she's like,
what do you mean?
But like she's like, and it's just like, don't bring it out more of her like that. I was like, she didn't do much of that in NXT. Yeah, but she didn't do much of that in NXT. Like that would be her pump up once in the match, but she's doing it like 6 times, like every kick she does and everything, and I'm just like. Man, and that jobber definitely took some bumps in that too. That's what sucks. I hope they paid her at least like $300 for that.
Daniel Bryan came in with the olive branch on this episode,
right? And I should have figured it would have been Kane choke slamming him. But I was just like, maybe there'll be like Team Hell, and Kane will be like, hug it out. He's supposed to be this monster, and he just like comes in, and only Daniel Bryan can get him to hug it out.
Him and Daniel Bryan were a tag team for a little while.
Really?
That was they were another comedy tag team for a good like 5-6 months.
They did some of the best skits.
Yeah,
the anger management skits.
Those are the great ones. And the lean back test and everything.
Yeah. Oh man!
And then Kane just like choking everyone.
You'll have to come by one night.
With
we'll just
words.
Watch a bunch of fucking.
Speak with your words. Fuck. I want to kill him. But I mean, that's it's just like. I know he didn't really go through a table or anything like that because WWE wouldn't risk that at all.
Yeah.
Him getting injured, especially a new dad and everything. But it's just...
Fragile little Daniel.
I was just like, come on, really? It's like, now what, is he going to be off TV for a while? You know what? I wish WWE would be like, one time only. Instead of Shane McMahon, we get Daniel Bryan. Yeah. Can we please jump to SmackDown?
Chill.
Right. What else did you have for that, Raw?
We still have to talk about how pissed off I am about what they did to Rhino and Slater.
Oh, yeah. That was... You know what? I will say, though, those apples in the bobbing pit look just so delicious. I saw those, and I'm like, wow, those are like the juiciest apples I've seen in a long time.
Only you, Dad's like, yeah, I noticed the apples.
I love apples. I love me some apples.
I'm a big apple guy. Right? You know what I mean?
I love fruit. The body lies. The spirit is willing, but the body is weak.
Poor Gallows and Anderson. Like, what the fuck? Can you imagine, like, they dominated in Japan. They were a vicious tag
That's what
team.
Vince does now. He just gets people so they can't make the other company better.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
But the Young Bucks he will never get because he's just like, fuck you.
No.
It's like you want to be DX, but you never will be. But, it sucks. I hate that because they're a great tag team. I'd rather see them than the Bar, to be honest with you.
Yeah, for real.
I'd rather Sheamus and Cesaro single. I don't have any problem with the Bar. They're a good tag team, but they both can handle being...
I'd rather see
There's only one solution. Get the fuck rid of Brock Lesnar.
I would rather see the Bar wrestle as singles, guys.
Exactly. I'd rather see them fight each other. I mean, this week we got fucking Finn Balor and Cesaro. Two great wrestlers. I was like, please give them some time. Of course they didn't. No. It's just like, those two guys...
It's because
I'd call them thieves because they would steal the show.
They're not putting those matches on to have those classic matches. Right. They're just fillers. Between
and it sucks. That's why it pisses me off. The things I want to see, they kill, and then they'll show me this other crap I don't care to see.
Alexa and Mickey.
I don't mind seeing Alexa, but yet you know what? I would rather more time for Finn and Cesaro. Scratch them out.
Yeah,
because all you really need to do with Alexa right now is just have her and Natalya fighting. So it's like, who gives a hell about Mickie James? It's like, honestly, she's going to be the next one that's out of WWE, probably.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. They've been using her quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, but I think this is just because they don't have anything else.
They used Emma on a fucking pay-per-view and then fired her.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, SmackDown for fucking Halloween, you son of a bitch.
I'm pissed off. I don't want Shane McMahon in this fucking match.
Second year in a fucking row, right?
Yep. Yeah, exactly. I'm tired of it.
Then he just makes himself the captain.
I'm so tired of it. It's just like, you and I both know who's probably going to be on that. Well, we know everyone besides one person. Right now, it's...
So Shane, AJ...
Well, AJ's going to most likely win this week.
Yeah.
Nakamura and Orton and Rude already have spots locked up.
Yeah.
And then Shane. So one spot is AJ Styles. It's like, why the fuck would you don't think I'd rather have Owens Zayn.
Yeah. Well, I thought that they were going to
Who's going to fight against Braun Strowman in that match?
Yeah.
It's like, that's why I think at Survivor Series, Braun Strowman's going to get counted out and hit the post. Something like that, and that's it.
APB out on the post.
Because there's no way they're going to give him the win for Team Raw.
APB.
I see someone like Kevin Owens, now since he's not in the match, fucking over SmackDown to start a storyline.
Ooh, yeah.
You know, him and Zayn, since they're not going to have a match either. Who are they going to fight?
I thought one of them two was going to wind up on the team, to be honest with you.
I thought so too.
Like Owens.
And I was like, wait, Nakamura's going to be on the team.
Yeah.
But, you know, I was thinking maybe what they might do is have just like a match to have on Survivor Series, like the pre-show is Owens and Zayn versus like the New Day. Because the New Day is not involved at all in the pay-per-view right now.
That was the tag team was weird, though. Owens and Zayn.
Well, I know, but just to throw them on the pay-per-view.
What a lot of chemistry on there.
I love the costumes that they did this week. Jimmy Hart, what's his name is Jimmy Hart. That was hilarious. Even his voice was pretty damn good.
Fucking.
Hey, man, we're going to go over there. We're going to beat the hell out of you. Woo! Wah, wah, wah.
Biggie is Akeem.
Yep. Akeem, and of course, Kofi as Brother Love. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And I love. What are you guys dressed up for? You look stupid.
Good old
But
Brother Love.
Rusev and Aiden English, it's just like.
I like it in English.
Nah, yeah, see?
Sometimes.
But he has to get packaged. He has to get repackaged.
Yeah.
And Rusev could do so much better. So much better. At least he's someone that's like.
I really think he just refuses to play ball, like management wise and shit. And I think that's why.
Well, I know he hates too. Like, he hates Total Divas having to be a part of that. But his wife agreed to it, so he's like, okay, I'm doing it. But he doesn't want. He's like, this is my fucking private life. I already spent enough time with WWE.
For real, yeah.
And they already pissed me off enough, and now you're gonna throw this in my fucking face?
They're already a part of his fucking marriage.
Exactly.
Telling him he can't get his hair cut and shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, I feel bad for Rusev because I liked him. I liked him in NXT, and I liked him when he first came up. He's a good wrestler, at least, you know. Give him mic time and everything. But this Rusev Day shit, it was just like, get the hell out of here. It's Rusev Day! Rusev Day! Retired.
Dude, let's talk about Samir Singh and AJ Styles. Such a random. So this is the second week in a row.
Yeah, because he versed the other brother.
We have a Singh brother against AJ Styles.
And then, last week, what's his name? Mahal got banned from ringside. This week he was allowed because he just stayed quiet until the end. But it's just like, what the hell? We know AJ Styles. I mean, maybe this is setting up for Night of Champions or Clash of Champions in December in Boston.
Yeah.
People, Boston. It's gonna have the pay-per-view.
Start a crew.
Yeah, right. At least get like a bunch of people. Tickets are like $20, and even the day of the pay-per-view, there's plenty of seats all the time. But
it's just us.
I think maybe they're setting that up. Oh, at least we can get a good chant going. You know, we don't have to worry about the kids. It's like, what are we going to do, kick out 10 of them? Yeah. It'll be like, that's the whole section. But, you know, just, I want Rusev to get more.
No, I understand, yeah. Because he was dominant for a little while, and then...
But, I mean, I'm not to go back to Rusev, but to Singh, and that match was just ridiculous. Why? Also, we can wait like 3 weeks for AJ to fight him, maybe.
And they're always like, it's a minute and a half long. It's not even enough to give the Singh brothers like enough time to sell and show like good heel work and like push themselves.
And I don't understand why they had to give Jinder Mahal any time since Lesnar wasn't on Raw, like responding to Mahal. Yeah. He still has to come on and talk about Lesnar and everything. It's just like no one cares about that fucking match whatsoever.
1.3 billion people care about that.
The special referee that they're going to announce, because I've heard Cena or even if The Rock or Austin are available, will appear. But more than likely, it's Cena. But it's like, why? Is it to set up a match with Jinder Mahal down the road? I thought he was going to be on Raw.
Yeah.
But he's a free agent still.
And to throw him with Big E is so weird.
Yeah. What, with the Big E?
Huh?
What do you mean the Big E?
With Rusev.
Oh, yeah. You know, that was weird. I mean, you know what? I know why Vince hates both of those guys because they're jacked, but they're short. They're only like 6'1". I mean, to me,
big but small.
No, yeah, but Vince wants like 6'6", like bam, like Baron Corbin, but built.
Yeah. No, I know.
That's what I want to talk about SmackDown that has been pissing me off. Why the fuck is Sin Cara beating Baron Corbin here? What the hell is the point of this?
This is
what is it? 2-3 weeks in a row that he beat him?
It's 2, right?
Well, I don't know. Didn't he beat him this? I thought he beat him 1 week.
No,
before.
It is. Yeah.
Because one time
3.
it was a count out. The next time it was like a cheap pin or something.
I can't remember where I was reading, but I read someone say that it was like the same match for 3 weeks, but it was refreshing. And I'm like, this was not refreshing.
No, not at all. And I don't understand the point.
No.
Baron Corbin's the champion. You're making him look weak when he's going to fight The Miz. Everyone on SmackDown should be like, what the fuck are you doing?
He's just a big cruiserweight.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So,
and I like Baron Corbin.
I don't like Sin Cara.
Yeah, exactly. It's not even the original Sin Cara anyway, so whatever.
Speaking of doing things over and over and over again, Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler.
I liked the match, though. That was a decent match. But it went too fast.
Why does one of the pinfalls happen during a commercial? What the fuck? Like, this is the type of shit that makes me scream at my TV at like
That's fucked up.
10 o'clock at night. You have a best of 3 falls match, and one of the falls is during the fucking commercial. I pay for fucking the network and shit. You know what I mean?
I demand my money.
That's what I'm saying. Give me some fucking don't.
I don't blame you.
You know what I mean? So you can get fucking advertising dollars.
And it was Bobby Roode's pin, too.
Suck my dick, Vince McMahon!
But, Dolph Ziggler either just, like, come out with no music instead of doing, like, your beginning and then...
Well, there's a hint at another repackage for him.
Oh, this one is terrible. I feel like they just threw this at him.
Yeah.
I feel bad because the guy is a good wrestler, and ever since he got injured that time when he got the title finally, like Vince has been like so down on him.
Yeah.
And was just like, I can't trust you. And it's like that's what happened to Finn Balor.
Yeah.
He's not going to have the title for a while, if ever again. He might get like the Universal title is on Raw, so because Vince cares about the WWE title the most. He wants that back on Raw bad.
Yeah. Definitely.
But he won't get it ever there on Raw unless he gets a draft.
Stranger of Things.
I love that. That was amazing. And finally, it's answered that it's the Bludgeon Brothers.
The Bludgeon Brothers.
So it's like, all right. And I mean, as soon as the board lights up, I was just like, oh, Jesus. They're just going to like 1, 1, 1, and 1 will be left. I was just like, and I remembered exactly who was on the board. So I'm like, oh, Bludgeon Brothers in the middle.
Yeah.
I figured they had.
Dude, worst promos ever.
I just want them to wrestle because at least that'll be good.
The worst. What is with Luke Harper's voice?
Oh, yeah.
He's just like,
hopefully they don't continue
sands
that.
of time.
Hopefully they don't do that. It's just as bad as Bray Wyatt when he had Sister Abigail over the plane.
Do you think they'll bring like the sledgehammers out?
I hope not.
Dude, these sledgehammers are like from Paperama. They're from Party Central.
Give these guys a chance, and they won't.
Oh,
they won't because they're a great tag team too.
Yeah, but
they can at least be another heel. The Usos are a different kind of heel tag team than like the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah.
One is like actually like a scary team. I know eventually I think
they're like
AOP is going to come up eventually.
I was going to say they're another AOP.
I mean, I figure they're going to go to Raw because Raw, but they're going to be bad. So I see them maybe versus the Shield down the road. It'll be vest versus vest.
Vest on vest.
Yeah, right.
Everybody's tactical in this.
And Paul Ellering on the side. Looking like Howie Mendon.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Stranger Things though, I loved it. I love everything, and I love how like they even like are joking more now too, like Breeze Angle, and just
definitely.
Like, Breeze, I told you where I was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely give them more match time though.
Oh yeah, I want them to actually wrestle.
So this week we have another Becca. We're bringing classics. We got the classics. We got the classic matches. We're gonna talk about Kurt Angle and Shane McMahon, and it was an Iron Man match.
No, just a regular street fight match.
Just street fighting,
and
just
actually being a street fight.
Yeah, down and
not like the street fights we are accustomed to like the last year.
Down and dirty, man.
Yeah. So can I just ask right away, were you happy that you finally saw it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I just want to make sure.
Especially because, so John watched it as well.
Did you tell John the same thing I told you? Like, I didn't tell you right away, and like I said, I don't know if other people told you. Like, oh yeah, by the way, this is Kurt Angle's third match of the night.
Yeah, that was 3 matches into the night.
That's insane, man.
Yeah, he's a savage in a fucking
exactly. And the other matches weren't anything quick either.
He fought Christian
and Edge. Yeah, since they were a tag team, and then he was taken on. It wasn't even like a King of the Ring tournament either.
Yeah.
He was just fighting those 2 guys, and he was also fighting Shane in a street fight.
Ridiculous.
I also have to mention that I watched like a behind the scenes about that match.
Ooh,
they were talking about. We'll talk about it once we've talked about the match, because then it'll actually elaborate a lot more on what went on during that match.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing is I was listening to Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard, and one of the podcast was about that King of the Ring.
Yeah.
And they bring up that match and some of the shit that happened during that match. And
The hilarious
fucking
shit that
crazy
happened.
shit.
One more time.
So
That was great.
one of the things I love is we get Heyman here.
Yep.
We get Heyman on commentary, which is something I think they should bring back. Paul Heyman was my favorite ever with fucking commentary.
Yeah.
That is a team right there is a sick team, but that's the least saying the least. But like you said, this is his third fucking match of the night.
Yep.
He comes out and Shane is pretty dominant in this match. He gets some good.
And he actually looks good doing it, too.
Yeah, for real. He gives him.
I mean, I like all the technical stuff that Kurt kept bringing in, like getting on the ground and being like, come on!
Oh, man. Making him take them out.
Yeah, exactly. Like that. And then, just rolling on top of him, smacking him on the back of the head.
Shane
and
started
everything.
that match just getting suplexed like over and
over
over
again. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like, I would imagine how wiped out you would be after that. Like,
Before Brock Lesnar, there was Kurt Angle as a suplex machine.
See, yeah,
Before
for
him,
real.
it was Taz.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, Shane Grant, he's younger and agile, but he can actually take the bumps better back then. He can actually hit better too. And
The
everything.
brawl, like the double leg takedown brawls in that match.
Yep,
dude.
exactly.
It's so good. It feels good.
And all the equipment that they got out from underneath the ring,
Yes,
street signs,
yes,
trash
yes.
cans, the kendo
The
sticks.
street signs I miss.
Yep.
Like, and especially because no one's getting hit directly on the head anymore, which is cool.
No.
I don't want people to get CTE, but
agreed.
still, I miss
Hey, all those wrestlers are still doing fine.
full-fledged fucking street
Right,
sign
exactly. Like
smacks.
hands down by your side, like bam.
Yeah, for real.
Even with chairs and garbage cans and signs.
Which is another classic match I want to do eventually is the I Quit match between Mankind and The Rock.
Oh, okay,
shit.
the fake one. Yeah,
Brutal.
yeah. Well, okay, let's not jump.
All right, let's not change the topic.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll
but
discuss that
so
at the
let's
show.
continue with the match.
Of course, if
Gets
we're
busted open. That was good and wasn't a planned thing. And no
blood
trouble.
right in the beginning
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
That was real quick.
I was
on
like,
that
well,
one.
he's been wrestling 3 matches. His blood is already pumping big enough. He probably popped like 10 Percocets before he went out to fight this third match.
I know. Imagine how pilled up Kurt Angle is at this point.
Yeah,
Because this is
exactly.
like bad era for.
Yeah,
Kurt
and
Angle.
he doesn't lose his breath at all during this match too.
Considering how he looked in that last match he just had.
Oh yeah,
Walking out into the
exactly.
crowd, yeah, he looked like he was all hopped up on pills.
Hey, he's good now.
Yeah.
He's good now.
He met God.
He met God. He met God and Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah.
Get that yoga in.
Then it slowly starts moving up the ramp. It's actually making it a street fight. You get a couple more good suplexes out on like the hard floor and everything.
Of
And,
course, if we're gonna talk about this fucking match, we're gonna talk about the glass suplexes.
We're getting there. That's what I
Yeah,
mean.
that's the star of the show right there.
Yeah, exactly. And that was the best part because that was planned, but not to happen like 3 times each panel.
So, like I said, when I listen to something to wrestle with, what Bruce Pritchard says is that they were afraid that with pyro,
Yep.
it would shatter the regular sugar glass that they use.
Yeah.
So that they used like a slightly thicker, like stronger glass that time around.
Oh yeah, it's still breakable, but
Yeah,
you're gonna have to give a little bit more of a force.
And that the fact that they painted over it
Yep.
also made it harder to break.
Yeah, exactly. The hardening.
Now, don't you think that how many times does he take? So it's
The first one.
boom, doesn't go through.
Yeah.
So
Then
yeah,
the second
I
time
think
he
the
goes
second
through.
time he got it, yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
But
But then he has to come
coming
out the
back
other
out,
one,
which
and
is
that's one he
2.
missed twice.
Okay,
and
right.
then after that, he just grabbed him and
that was
threw
3
him.
attempts.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
3
because the
attempts.
third one he just grabbed him and threw him through.
So that first one isn't as bad.
No, but of course.
he takes it pretty fucking well.
Oh yeah, he takes it as best as he
Oh,
can.
we'll talk.
especially when
We'll
you
talk
miss.
about that one after we get through the match because behind the scenes talks otherwise about
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Right.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because if the first one he takes, like Shane, he's supposed to break it. He nails that really hard and then lands on his head and neck like
Exactly.
Yeah. The
like
initial.
bends in half and then just like, holy shit, is he getting up? And Kurt Angle is like,
I said.
Kurt Angle's head is like basically almost got clipped by Shane McMahon's head. So it was like that. I think they said it was like that close to being like a head-on-head collision, almost as bad as like just running into each other like that. And it's just like okay, and yet they go for it again, which everyone's like, no, this time it could get.
All I can think of is gorilla.
Thank God they went through.
The dude's in gorilla position during this,
right? And that's not far away either.
Yes, he goes for a second one. And then
Vince doesn't give a shit about his son. He's probably like, "Why didn't it fucking break?"
No, fuck. Yeah, true. He's probably like, "Fuck it."
He's always business before family.
He would have went
back
through
then,
it
especially.
man.
But it's just like okay, so he goes through the second time and it looks good still. It's just like cool, it's cool. Of course, you get the crowd one more time, which is I always love. And Kurt Angle obliges them. But now it's time to go.
Back out.
Yep. And
so
that's
this is the one that's
even worse.
Yeah. So he hits that first time, and the blood that just splatters against that piece of pane glass.
Yep.
I was like, holy fuck! And
there's blood all over that whole sign.
And then he lands on his head again.
Twice.
He lands.
I have to mention too. There's someone broke blood before. I think Kurt Angle did.
He was bleeding way before.
Yeah.
He bled like
Kurt was
2 minutes
in the beginning. Yeah.
I missed what that was, but
it was just a punch too.
Yeah.
It was just a simple punch.
Dude, it was the
fucking bam.
Dan loves those.
I did. That was good.
Money. Here comes money.
Oh shit!
Dollar, bling bling, ching ching, cut the cheddar.
But anyways,
but the second, two.
Oh my fucking god!
They were worse than that. Yeah.
When that blood goes against the glass, I was like,
and you just see you could see like every individual hair he has on his head, basically.
When you watch wrestling long enough, you start to be able to spot botches.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why you can chant, "You fucked up."
Yeah, and you're like, okay. That's not how that was supposed to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was not supposed to happen.
Yeah, exactly. You look at that and he was supposed to go through that. Look at his head. It's like, but all times, too, he led with his head.
But
yes, he did.
Every time. Not even his hands, like, above his head. His head is hitting every time.
Oh, my God.
And I'm just like, wait a minute, damn.
And he has to be telling him, because they're getting up and signaling to each other, he has to be telling him again.
Yeah, and it's Shane telling Kurt.
That's what I'm saying.
Sure after the first one, Kurt's like, no
no
more.
I'm not trying to kill my boss's son.
And that's why after the first miss when he's going back through, the first miss nails his head.
That's what I'm saying.
He lands on Kurt Angle that time, and Kurt Angle, you can see, got pissed. He's like, fuck. Does it again. Misses, and you can just see both of them just like, what the fuck?
If you didn't already know, what happened with Kurt Angle during that match was at one point I think he started to feel some pain in his back, and then once
I think when he got slammed against the side of the
when Shane got I think Shane actually suplexed Kurt Angle in the aisle in the aisle
on the walkway and
he landed he landed on his tailbone and he thought he broke it he's trying to do these suplexes after he fucked his back up and he can barely fucking pick him
he'd
up.
always be like damn. So it's basically Shane jumping that first time, and it's like as soon as Shane as soon as that mess up where he hits it and doesn't break it, you know Shane's neck is just like I can't do that again. You have to throw me or else we're not doing it. And that's what when he's going back through, I just love how like after the second time messes up, Kurt just like picks him up. Just throws him through. Like basically, you see Kurt's fist going through the glass, not Shane, but Shane just closely behind.
I love the fact that during this match, Heyman is for Angle.
Yep.
And JR is
for Shane.
Yep. Which is a weird,
because Shane is the owner of WCW at this time, and
exactly,
competition.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's just like, oh shit, what's gonna happen?
But to see JR shitting on Kurt Angle for like using the cart, he brings out that weird like electrical cart.
To bring him back to the ring,
roll him back down to the ring.
He had to, and it was a bad thing.
Shane couldn't make it. He couldn't walk.
Yeah, dude,
at all. And I mean the amount of blood he lost too, and he lost more. I mean by the end of it, he lost more than Kurt.
Shane couldn't walk. I think.
Kurt Bailey could walk.
I think he actually got a concussion. From one of those attempts going through the pane glass.
I think the second time around.
I think it's safe to say he got a concussion on one of those.
So he was like really dazed. He could barely he said he had a hard time using his legs. Like he was, obviously wiped the fuck out.
And yet
from
they
all
both
that shit
still are going for it and everything. Shane got up to the top rope and able to stand.
He did the garbage can fucking across the fucking country.
Coast to coast.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, savage match.
That match was
And the finish was great. I like the finish too when he puts the like the big ass cooking board on the top rope, so he can do his angle slam even better. And Shane was able to do it perfectly. Still, even though he was concussed, even though
they're all fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was a great match. I'm glad you finally saw it too, because I was like, this is a really good, amazing match.
And like I said, basically anybody I brought the classic match segment idea up to, this was one of the matches they brought up every single fucking time. Yep. They bring up The Undertaker and Mankind Hell in a Cell.
That's obvious.
They bring up Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker Hell in a Cell. You know what I mean?
And don't forget WrestleMania 25 too,
yeah,
between those two.
But this
it's kind of cool how 97 to 2007. It's like, or there was like a 15-year difference or something. It's like they had great matches.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Still, I mean, and there's plenty from New Japan. We could talk Nakamura and fucking Styles as much as we want.
Dude, we could do
Samoa Joe and Nakamura, Samoa Joe and AJ Styles.
Even new shit. We could do fucking Omega and Okada from Wrestle Kingdom.
Yep, exactly.
We'll be bringing a lot of shit.
And I already know some even The Rock and Hulk Hogan, just because of the way you. What match were you talking to me in text message the other day when you were like, this guy got such a pop? You said someone got a pop. I forget who you were talking about. It wasn't
even a match. What it was I was watching SummerSlam from I think it was 2013 when The Miz was hosting. And Hogan came out just to introduce the segment, and the pop that motherfucker got. You know what I mean? And I think this was after he got caught saying a bunch of racist shit. Even.
Oh, no. He's been back since then.
Oh, okay, all right.
Because Vince McMahon was like, I don't need that bullshit, even though Vince is a huge racist.
But yeah, dude, the pop he got, it was fucking insane. But yeah, we can do
Hogan. But you got the next classic match, but I got to remember Hulk Hogan versus The Rock. I think it's WrestleMania 18. Just because of the pop in the crowd.
I've never seen that.
And you would think it's not, I was going into that match. We don't have to talk about that. Yeah. We'll talk about that when we get to that match. You will pick when we do the next classic. You will pick.
So I'll.
We'll do it when we're not gonna do it next week.
I'll pick one tonight. And we'll get to work on another classic match segment.
Exactly.
Sounds good. By the way, I have to comment to when I was watching that on YouTube. I was watching with the Spanish announcers, so I didn't really have access to the official match. I don't know if you guys could help me out with that.
Oh, yeah.
I think listening to the announcer would give me a little bit of a better perspective as well.
So you didn't even get Heyman and JR. You got fucking, Dios mío.
I was going to say it's going to suck when we do Mankind and Undertaker because the Spanish announce guys are the table that Mankind landed on. So it's going to be like, Ayito, bam! And they're out. You just see the guy on the chair.
I can't wait to talk about that match.
Oh, my God. All right, you motherfucks. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining.
Peace.
Bye. Raw sucks.
You're extra.
My final word.